Hello, trading is closed on the 23rd of August, 2022. Let's start with our disclaimer, go over our calls, and then make some predictions. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, August 24th. Please remember I can be completely wrong, and any trade you make should be at your own risk. Look for the pattern with the early low, which is this. Tends to be a day with a late high. Here's your late high. Certainly isn't a rally day, and unless you cap and promptly overtake this high, it should lead to lower prices. The catch is it's over a day we've been dropping, and we're still closing over all these intraday lows, so we're churning and not making any progress. And that's positive. So unless we undercut these lows fast, ideally by gapping under them, we should see higher prices. Those signals are mixed, and we use the mixed signal rules, which we'll go over towards the end. Tomorrow's pattern should have the early low. During the day, MEJT said this drop was a false move, gives us a target of 41.44. We came within 6 cents here, and that's close enough to satisfy it. But normally, even though you don't have to go higher, you almost always will. And because we've come this close, the resistance that would normally be seen over that level has been used up. So if we do overtake this, I wouldn't expect to see the normal resistance at that level. Well, I relabeled the degree of the waves here. I think we're still in wave black 1 up. And this is 1, 2, 3 of magenta 1, 2, 3 of wave black 1. We've now pulled back 50% of the previous rally. It's a support level, but there's no reason we have to stop there. Let's take a look at this wave down. I think it's impossible to be certain of the count. I rearranged this a bit and came up with 1, 2. I now have this as 3 with good fibs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 4. And if that's the right count, which we don't know, wave 1 and wave 5 are exactly equal. And since that would be a 5-wave structure, can't be the end of wave 4 from the previous chart, but it can be the end of A of 4. Now, we're going to have to find a way to count this as a 5-wave structure, or that count doesn't work. I wouldn't always look at that too long, because the longer you pound on this level, the more likely it is to break through on the downside. Catch is if you don't break through on the downside, if that fails, tends to fail in grand style. So how can you count this? If that's the end of the 4th wave, how do you count this? Well, this is a 2-minute chart. It doesn't break any rules if you count it as an ending diagonal triangle, A, B, C, D, E. This is the Fibonacci target of the prior pattern. I can't guarantee it's the right count, but if it is the right count, we should end right here. And these ending diagonal triangles, if that's in fact what this is, which we can't be certain of, if that's what it is, we should jump up right from the open tomorrow. So if that idea is right, there's a good chance we jump up right from the open, overtake this high, show this wave as being completed, wave A of 4, and that'll be B. But at this point, there's still the possibility it fails, and then you should be able to come up with some other count. Now I have timing of 3 other people totally unrelated methodology that says today is a low. I also have a target, which doesn't really have to print, but usually will. I think it's possible, but I'm not betting money on it until I see what happens tomorrow. Mixed signals rules. Commonest thing is a gap and prompt move outside the day's range. Sometimes it's delayed a day. Wednesday's pattern has the early low. It could still gap up. Signals are mixed. It's bullish. Another day of declines. Couldn't manage a close under intraday lows. We have an optional higher MEJT target. Doesn't have to print, but nearly always will. If we gap down smartly, all that bullishness goes away. It is bearish. Today's normally bullish day was bearish instead. But if you gap up smartly, overtake today's high, all that bearishness goes away. I found 3 unrelated timing signals of other people, but you have today as a low. I don't think this fourth wave low is over. I think we'll see further declines before the pullback's through. So this would be a counter trend trade if it works. However, the wave count's compatible, not a guarantee, but compatible with gapping up smartly, overtaking the high of day, and leading to a good rally. I can't be sure at this time the count's correct, but if we gap and promptly overtake today's high, the elements are there for a good rally. We would have completed A of 4, and we'd be in B of 4. I don't think you have to risk money on it until you see what the open is, but if we gap up here, we could have a good rally for a day, although I don't think this whole pullback's over. I'm always cautious of counter-trend trades, but based on the wave count, based on the target, and based on other people's timing stuff, I think it has a chance. No guarantees on this one. Tomorrow has the early low, and that's today's call.